Okay, we're going to go in here and kill Zuk, hopefully, to get an igneous stone. Try to get flawless, but I'm not sure. I'm using a max cape because I already have the igneous Calmore, which is the necromancy cape from Zuk, and I wanted to do it without it for those who would like to get their first cape. So we're doing this necromancy. I'm using all tier 95 gear. Plus Cinderbanes. I have the Reaver's Ring. This is a really good ring. I like it. And then I have the Omniguard and Soulbound Lantern. As you can see, if you want to screenshot that and see what I have on there as far as my perks. There's my perks. It's the top and the bottom. And then I have my Scripture of Wind. I'm going to turn it on now. And I am going to turn on Penance. Okay. In my inventory, first I have a Hellhound, okay? And I have the Grasping Ring pouch with the runes in order that I need for the Prism of Restoration in order to heal my Hellhound. And I can hit this anytime, anywhere in combat, doesn't matter, and it'll heal him up. And that way we can continue to be healed and he won't die. And then I have 2 Elder Overloads. Okay. I have this because I'm going in with the max cape, and sometimes I need an extra dose before I'm done, or I'll get distracted and go do something else for a while, so I carry 2. I have the Augmented Spectral Spirit Shield with turtling on it. Venom Blood just came with the turtling for. You want this for the 3rd challenge. The objective of the 3rd challenge is to not get hit. So we're going to need this with Barricade, and together we shouldn't get hit. I have a Super Adrenaline Potion 4 because going into the challenges you definitely want to have full adrenaline. I have an Enhanced Excalibur. And then I have a bunch of Blue Blubber Jellyfish because I don't want to drain my adrenaline by eating. I have Super Restore 6s because when I get to Zuk, he reduces my hit points, like my potential for hit points, so I could be eating, and if it says 29 here, I can't get any higher than that. So I have a lot of restores for that. And then I have Super Sarah Brew 6 because if you're going to Zuk, you might as well go big, right? If you're gonna eat, like do it up. Things you want bind. Oh, and I have some vulnerability bombs. I use them occasionally. I use them on the Haraken phase or wave just because I want to do as much damage as possible so that I can get Haraken killed before he goes under the lava and I have to run around for a while before finishing him off. So that's what I have. Now, things that I have keybinded that are very important for this fight for me. And for those of you out there that watch this and think this is pretty newbie or whatever, I don't care. This is what I do. So I have Super Ceridome Brews, the Super Restore Potions, and my food keybinded to F, G, and H, and I have those in the middle of my keyboard so that I can just basically roll my fingers across them, hit the brew, restore the stats, and then eat a piece of food and reduce the, basically eliminate the cooldown that you would have by eating food. If you've ever had to pound food to stay alive, or a Sarah brew, you know how it's frustrating when you actually don't eat or sip the brew. It's because there's a cooldown, and this kind of eliminates that by alternating back and forth. I also have my Surge on a keybind because during killing Zuk, you will need to surge. And then I also have Dive because during the pizza phase, you absolutely need Dive. Surge is great, but Dive lets you pick the direction and angle you want to dive to, and you will need it. And I think that's about it, like as far as the absolute has-to-haves. Now, I have my Finger of Death as well as my Soul Strike on a keybind that I use often as well. And occasionally I'll use the Cubine for this, but most of the time I come up and hit it. Now, let's get into the phases. Alright, or the waves. I'm going to go ahead and hit my Elder Overload. In the challenge, the first 3 waves, you are going to want to pray melee. So pray melee. Always take out the little 100, the level 100 bat things that fly around. There'll be 2 pop out down here in a second. But take those out first because they drain you. Like I think they drain prayer and adrenaline, or one or the other. Doesn't matter. They drain your crap and you don't want that, so you want to take those out first. Just a note before going into any challenge wave, you might want to go ahead and make sure you have 100% adrenaline. Especially for the third one. You want your adrenaline to be 100%. Anything less and you actually may not survive it. I don't really hide anywhere. Like I see some people run over here. Like I'll go over there. Okay. And I guess everything can run over here at me, maybe, and you can take them out one at a time. Or maybe you can hit this guy and this guy without having them hit you. I think this only protects you from melee. Well, I guess this could work for right now. I don't know. But I usually don't. I don't use a safe spot for especially the melee phases. I just don't. But we're going to do it today just because. And you can see where Zuk is. Okay. I like to have a straight overhead view, and I turn my camera often. Sorry if that bugs you or gives you a nausea over it. Not my intent, but whatever. So we're just going to take out these melee guys, and we're going to get out of this damn corner because screw that corner. On this wave, you're going to have 4 of those big guys after you in a second, I think. Am I on that wave? I gotta learn hard mode on this soon because I want the big cape. Just because I'd like to reduce the space in my bank. And yeah. Okay, so we're gonna kill this ranger. And then I'm going to do death skulls on the rest of them. Death skulls and then volley. Come over here. In the meantime, I know most people will wait longer, but I heal this little fool as often as I can because he will die on you really fast. He takes a lot of hits for you. Right now we are in a special phase before the challenge. This guy, and this guy. 3 of them. That's all you need to kill in this phase, or this wave. So you have to hit them with a stun, and the stun available in Necromancy is Soul Strike in order to really do any damage on them. So the Soul Strike is necessary. During the pizza phase later on, this will be the first monster you'll have to kill in the pizza slice, and you have to use that there as well. So like I said, you only have to kill the 3 big ones, so you're looking for the 140. Okay. There he is. Go ahead and hit the Soul Strike. Make sure you're pretty close to 100 on this. You don't want to use up your Threads of Fate at this point. You want to wait a second, or your Death Skulls, because you'll need it. Alright, we're going to hit the boss button, which will kill everything else after the 3. And we're going to hit Zuk. You can still say 100% and hit your Fingers of Death. We want to get him to 550 hit points here. And we did. Okay. Now, we're going to have a ring come around us. And there'll be 6 of these little guys, and you have to kill them all before their little buff bar above their head gets full. So a lot of times I just okay. We passed the phase. See that? Alright, now we're in the range phase. Ranger. No, I may have let Jad out. Okay, so after every challenge, you want to run over here to this corner, okay? You don't want them to pull you out there too far. You want to run over here, right here behind this rock after every single challenge, because you're going to trap a Jad that way. This specific one, you only have 1 Jad. It's the first one, and on the second challenge wave, directly after, you'll have 2 Jads. On the third challenge wave, you will have 3. So this traps him here and lets you pick off everybody else while you're doing this. Okay, these are down melee. This little bastard is hitting you, so make sure you get him. Not a kid-friendly video. Alright, you want to take out this level 100. Let's see what he is actually draining. He's draining my adrenaline. Pretty fast, too. Adrenaline and prayer. Alright, so now we have Jad there. I'm going to go ahead and pray range. I found that a lot of times he hits me with range first. So we're going to pray range. We're going to come around here, hit him, and hover over mage. Okay, so he is hitting range. We are going to hit invoke death. So I use that with the keybind. We're going to switch to mage. And back to range. What did he give me? 2 reed seeds. Wow. Well, he gave me a trove. We want to stay praying range in this phase, or this wave. You can go ahead and take out these 2 little majors and the little level 100 so they don't tear up your adrenaline and stuff. Adrenaline and prayer. I guess it's prayer, maybe. And then I'll take out the melee guy next. Okay, so now these bigger rangers here, the level 300s, Zul or whatever, Zil, they hit so hard, and they hit typeless too. So I try to get rid of them first. I'm going to hit my little Prism of Restoration because my little familiar is taking a beating. Okay. Remember, just stay praying range. So now those bigger guys, the level 300s, I said to take out first. You're going to get quite a few of them in a minute. This wave is actually killed me before because how many of them there are. Let me kind of trap that one down there. Look how many are coming. I mean, what in the world? Let's try to get them all in one spot. And kill this while we're waiting for my death skulls to be ready. And it is just about. Probably need to hit another overload. Okay, so now I'm going to hit my death skulls. And I'm also going to hit my threads and then volley to take out a few. Finger of Death works really good on them. Anybody else have any better ideas? That's great. I will tell you though, that safe spot, if you try to use the safe spot every time, it is just not going to work. I don't think it's that safe. I have so many times died just trying to stay in that little safe spot. And no, it's not for me. Alright, now another special wave. This is right before a challenge wave. So we have to do something special. So these guys here, they're level 420 versus the 220s, and there's 3 of them, and they spawn in the same spots as the melee guys do. You want to hit them with the Finger of Death, okay? And you only have to kill them in order to get the boss key button. Alright? Heal my little familiar. Just know you'll spend a lot learning Zuk, and even if you're not learning, even if you've done this for a while, you'll spend a lot on resources to come here. Know that it is worth it, and if I used every single thing in here and died once, I would still make out better. I always make 4 to 5 mil going through my, once I go through the chest that's at the front here, at the end. Alright, this guy here, you have to kill him before his bar reaches 100%. And Fingers of Death does it. I had a hard time earlier with this. Got him. Okay, so that's 2. We might have a flawless kill. I don't know why I don't hear Zuk right now. I know a lot of times it's annoying. Okay, so we have 2 Jads. That's why I ran by this rock, by the way. And so, hover. I'm going to hit Invoke Death. So by standing here on the after the second challenge, you have 2 Jads, and you lure this one from behind this rock, way over here where my cursor is, over here. And by luring him here, you will not be hit by both of them at the same time. Now that can happen. Usually I will run straight out over here, but that little 100 thing hit me, a little bat, and it dragged me out. So Invoke Death on the Jad, and a lot of times I will go ahead and hit Skulls, so it'll take out all of those. Alright, so this is your spot, right here in this corner, and you'll tank that geyser as you are killing the Jads. And in a second, well, you can actually use this guy here. Soul Split on Heal Up. Whenever you can trap one of these to the end, definitely do it and just heal up on them. Alright. So now we're going into the mage phase. Mage thingies can be quite mean. They hit topless, the great big ones do. And you get a couple of these nasty little rangers too. I'm going to volley these with Threads of Fate, Volley of Souls, boom, and then follow up with Fingers of Death. Okay. Yep. Heal my little hellhound there. Kill off the rest of the mages. Now the next wave, you're going to have 4 of those big guys. I usually start off down here with them. Right here. So I'll have 1 here and 1 here, and then a ranger, and then main little rangers will appear in the middle. But if I turn my screen towards this one here, sometimes gets caught. And I can hold off on him for a minute. Need more. Let's go ahead and Threads of Fate and Volley. Ooh, that was nice. You gotta love the Threads of Fate and Volley of Souls with your Soulbound Lantern. Like, I never got the tier 90 power gear. I skipped right to tier 95 gear. I just bought it. But I'm glad I did. But for that volley of souls. Okay, so on these guys, again, we're a special right before a challenge, and you have to stand in their bubble. That's all. I mean, you can hit them extra hard or whatever, but stand in their bubble, and I'll show you what happens when you don't stand in their bubble. If you save one for the end, you can build adrenaline on him. But I'm only killing these off. You only have to kill the 3, but I'm killing them off to kind of show you what you do. Sitting at 15 minutes. Usually a little bit further along than this. It's usually this about 12-13 minute mark for me. And a normal kill takes me, like some people can do it in 15 minutes. I don't know how, but they do. I do it in 21 is like my a good kill time for me. Hang on, I want to kill this one off just to show you what it does. Okay, here we are. We're going to hit him and not stand in his bubble. Watch, you can hit him and then he'll heal. I think he heals for as much as you hit him, I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and do Prism Restoration. Now I will tell you, after this I have to hit Zuk down to 450 life points. When I do that, if I don't get him to 450, you are not penalized. If you're going for a perfect or a flawless run, you are not penalized for having to repeat this specific wave. Also at this point, because I am not in combat, if you don't have the, I guess, tier 95 weapons, which you do, so you can go ahead and resummon these so it doesn't eat through your adrenaline. Alright, where am I at on here? I got 3 minutes. Okay, so this is where you want your 100% adrenaline for sure. So you can use Volley of Souls all you want on Zuk, and you can use 1 or 2 Finger of Death. But you definitely want to enter the wave like this with 100%. You want to equip your Spirit Shield, hit Resonance, let one hit you once, and then immediately hit Barricade. And by doing so with that turtling effect, it should last through this hit. This hit here will, aha, look at that. If we end up killing Zuk just in this run without me having to stop or anything, we're running behind here to trap the Jads, by the way. If you look, there are 3. We will have a flawless run if I do this without dying or leaving. Okay, so sometimes the Jad on the northeast side will actually kind of get stuck a little bit. And if he gets stuck a little bit, it's a tricky situation to get him unstuck without getting hit by both of them. And you would have to walk forward, okay, like this, and just kind of wait it out, or you can just pop back here and then right back over and tank whatever he's going to hit you with, or just hope you're praying, right? Normally this guy does not get stuck, but most of the time he's way up here. So for the past little bit, look how he just right in there. All right, so I either just step out like this, or I will run all the way to here. Just run straight out, straight down, and he'll hit you, but he won't drag you all the way unless he is still stuck behind this rock over here. And that's where people get in trouble, and that's like the Jad glitch. He's sometimes closer than what it looks like. We're about to go in the Hurricane phase, or wave. Hurricane is range, so you want to make sure you have plenty of prayer, which we do. I'm going to go ahead and hit my overload, okay? And you want to make sure that you enter Hurricane with 100% adrenaline again, okay? I'm going to hit Invoke Death so that we get rid of him pretty quick. And I'm going to do this Mage Pray, And then I hit my Fingers of Death just on a keybind there. Throwing out a crystal, making sure my little guy is healed all the way up. Because once you go into Zuk, there's hardly any time to stand still to heal him. You'll be too far from your crystal. Alright, so here we go into Haraken. Alright, we're watching for a little splash here. When that little splash comes up, you want to move, like now. Okay, so we're going to invoke death on him. Alright, I'm going to hit Death Skulls. I'm watching for another one. There's going to be another one, I promise. There it is. I'm going to go forward. I am just not hitting Haraken hardly at all. I will throw a vulnerability bomb at him every once in a while. Yeah, I don't know. It's got to be the cape. Like, I'm used to hitting a lot harder with the Calmore cape. If you don't have it already, it is so worth learning this so that you can get it. One, your Death Skulls will then hit 6 times instead of 3. That's the cool part about it. Now, we'll get those splashes again. You'll see a little warning sign. Yours should appear right here unless you've moved it like I did. And it's pretty cool. You'll get one more and then Haraken will appear. Either you can look up here on the mini map and you'll see him on one side or the other. It's about to come. There it is. And as long as you run away from wherever you are when it starts, those will not hit you. And here's Haraken. We're going to kill him the rest of the way. But look how it says his life points are just nothing there. Or they're really high for what I'm used to. I usually have him beat down pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and hit my Invoke Death again, and we're going to watch for that splash. There it is. Move out of the way. There's no way he's going under again. Oh my god, I've never had him go under twice, but whatever. Maybe in the beginning. Well, he'll be dead next time. In the meantime, you're earning some cash through killing the tentacles. Okay, you gotta run because the splash came. Doesn't matter where you run, as long as it's away from where it was. It first splashed when you started. Alright, we'll get one more of those. Oh, it's really, really rough doing this without that cape. And run away from wherever you were. And Haraken will pop up. There he is. Hopefully we can get him dead this time. I'm going to go ahead and heal my familiar while I'm standing here. My Invoke Death. The past couple weeks I've been killing Zuk. It has been a little bit different anyway. I feel like I get hit a lot harder, and they're hitting me a lot harder since they did the pizza phase fix. And if you're not aware, pizza phase was broken to where you couldn't see the fire for a long time. Alright, we're going to pray melee. I'm going to equip my... I think so. So I can go... Oh, you know what? I know why now. I did not have... I was still hanging on to a shield I was only half killing. Alright, so he's going to yell in a second. Seer or suffer or whatever. And you are going to use freedom. It is possible I will die because I messed up on that. There we go. You're going to surge out of the way when he says that. Okay. And then you get ready for resonance because here it comes. There it is. So it is freedom, surge, resonance, on the order of wanting to avoid his attacks. Alright, so now we're in pizza phase. So we're going to go over here, and if you remember, we need to use Soul Strike. You must surge or dive to this, by the way. I died almost every time I just surged, but for some reason it worked right that time. Okay, we're going to dive over here, and you must use your Finger of Death on this guy. And if you notice, the pizza phase that you need to go to is always at the same angle, so the next one should appear about right here where my cursor is. There it is. Okay, now you definitely want to make sure that he is dead here in just seconds. We are going to hit Death Skulls so that it goes back and hits him. And it should. Here we go. Just hit him. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There it is. There's my button. Got it. Barely. So if you don't hit that button in time, you are insta-killed. So we're going to hit Invoke Death again, and I'm going to do Invoke Lord of Bones. Need to freedom there. And we're about to have to surge, okay? But I know I'm probably making you dizzy. Sorry. But if you look over here, look at my... It's possible I did not get it. If you look over here at my sats, they are dropping quickly. And that's why I bring so much stuff with me. Restore potions. That's all I got left. It's going to make me go through this pizza phase one more time. Okay, here we go. Remember, you're going to hit Soul Strike. Okay, you must hit him with Soul Strike. And you got to make sure you're actually on him, because sometimes I'm hitting Zuk still. And I didn't realize it. So, same angle every time. Finger of Death. You can also hit your Invoke Death on these guys too. Oh, I'm over too far. So we're going to go about right here. Right here. See? There you are. We might get through this thing. Go ahead and heal up my little familiar. Let's Finger of Death him and get it done, because that button's about to appear. Okay, here we are, and here we go. And let's hit Invoke Death one more time. Not sure when the last time it was that I actually had to go 3 rounds of pizza. Okay, had to freedom there, and we were watching for his big hammer claw come down, and we're going to surge out of the way right now. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. 1, 2, and he's dead. Haha. So we actually got, for completing the encounter in a single attempt, you've been awarded an Ignis Stone. Wow. I wish I'd have got something cooler, but there you go. There you have it. Can be done without the Calmore. Did it with a max cape. I do have high-end gear, but it's all good. Now, let's go over here and peek in the basket to see what we got. That was my 112 kill. I do have a couple rares in here. I'm saving them. I'm trying to get all the rares in here before I empty it. I do take out the troves, but I have Scripture full, and I have the Harakin Pet, 44 Ignis Stones. This is a big one. And then, I mean, look at all these. Yeah, it totally pays for itself. But this is, I've been collecting these since kill 46, and that was kill 1112. So do the math, and you'll see that you can actually make quite a bit of money. I mean, I have 242 pages there. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.